Football View, the beautiful game.
What's good, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Football View. If you're new here, you know what to do. Subscribe and hit that notification bell. We saw that Ghana faced Morocco yesterday, and it was a disappointing game because Morocco trashed Ghana 5-1 in that particular game. Today, we'll be reviewing that particular performance. But before we review that performance with my friend Ghana Ejiri, let's look at the reactions from Ghana Black Meteors players after the 5-1 defeat against Morocco yesterday.
It's a very difficult game. We lost the game, and we hope to bounce back next time.
Actually, it's a painful defeat, and we can't swallow it. We can swallow it and go to the drawing board and think about our next game against Guinea. It's a must-win game, so that's what we are thinking. This game, we have play finished. We don't have any option again, so we live to fight another time. Against Guinea, they are a very good opponent, but inshallah, we are going to win our last game and qualify for the next round.
I have nothing to say. It's football. It happens. I think we came with our game plan, but then it went on their way. It's very important because then we know if we don't win, we don't qualify, then we are really coming in for it. Yeah.
So those are the reactions. You can see the boys are disappointed and they want to make amends when they face Guinea. Before that particular game, we know that there will be a lot of discussions if Ghana will be able to qualify to the next stage of the competition. Let's review that game against Morocco with my friend Ghana Ejiri.
Talk about the game briefly. We talk about the upcoming game against Guinea. First of all, what did you notice from that game? Tell me your what do you call it?
What
view on that game?
My view on that game. Yesterday, it was a symbolic performance from our Black Meteors, and what we saw was very, very disappointing. We didn't know how to pass. We didn't know how to defend. We clearly didn't know what we were about on the field. I think the coach lost his authority on the players because clearly we don't even have a pattern, a way of play. We don't have a system. It was very, very disappointing, and Ghanaians were frustrated. We wanted to at least get a draw and at least hope to get another draw or win our last game, which would qualify us to the semi-finals. But then it was a disappointing performance, and we were trashed by 5-1.
So, tactically speaking, which area do you think didn't work well for Ghana?
For Ghana, our way of defending was very poor and mistakes, lots of concentration. We even started the game the way we ended our last game against Congo. We remember few minutes to full time in the Congo game, we lost concentration and then we conceded 2 easy goals that could have been prevented. And yet there was no sense of urgency yesterday. Like, we weren't competitive when we started the game. You could tell from the Moroccans they were about something. Their coach told us he knows how to stop us. And then when they started the game, you could tell from their body and like their character that they really wanted to win. So they were pushing the ball, stringing passes here and there, and they resulted to their first corner, which led to the fair goal, of which our defenders were caught ball watching. Our defenders were caught ball watching several times. They were spectators on the field. It was very disappointing. And yesterday, Ghanaians were so sad.
Oh yeah, I saw that everyone was sad. But personally, I think Ghana respected Morocco too much because when they went into the game, they saw the crowd, saw how gingered up the Moroccans were. I think they just sat back and were waiting to be beaten because they didn't show, as the game started, they didn't show that desire to actually put Morocco at the back foot. They were just sitting down and waiting for Morocco to hit them and hoping to, hit Morocco back with a counter attack. As you can also see that the quality of Morocco is very different, and it was a different breed.
Yeah. They have top players. They have top players.
In fact, the third goal will tell you the quality because of how they worked and scored that third goal. It was brilliantly worked goal. And you saw how, without being selfish, they passed the ball when it's time to pass. They shoot when it's time to shoot, and they tackle. It's as if they were coached very well. So that is the similarity, or the difference between them and Ghana, because they played Ghana and they could have scored even more. They could have scored even more.
Yeah.
I think
they could have scored more.
we also saw some positives. Ghana almost made it 3-2. Unfortunately, that ball went out. I think if that Fatal Isaku goal was counted, if it was given, I think it was giving Ghana the motivation to go ahead and equalize. But I think that goal actually demoralized them and made them fall back.
Actually, when that goal was ruled offside, I thought we would have gotten another confidence to actually believe in ourselves that we can make it. But then
after the VR cancelled it, I looked at the players, their face and all that. They were as if everything we are doing is not working. So let's just wait and see. The belief wasn't there, and you can see in their face. But and as normal, he showed that he's one of the best players, and he was a bright spark in that particular game. And I think he's one of the players that will be the difference against Guinea. So overall, what do you think about Ibrahim Tanko and the changes he made to the team? I think the midfield, his decision to bring Salim Adams, people have been talking about that.
Despite Salim getting that goal, I didn't really see much of him. Like, I thought he would come in and have that physical presence in the midfield, control the game and string passes here and there. But then what we saw yesterday, aside him scoring the goal, he didn't really exceeded expectations. And I think benching Emmanuel Siam was a wrong call from Tanko. I would have wanted him to play both Siam and Salim together.
Okay. Let's move forward. Let's talk about the game against Guinea, because obviously the Morocco game, there's nothing we can do about that right now as in the past. The coach said that the fixtures are tight and Morocco had enough time to rest than Ghana. What do you think about that?
It's not really an excuse, because as a football team, you should always be prepared. You should always be prepared. And we knew this. We always knew the intervals ahead of each game. So we really had to prepare. It all comes down to proper coaching. And we don't have a DNA. We don't have a system. We don't have a pattern of play. Sometimes I ask myself, what is our technical director doing? He should draw out structures that all the our national teams would follow, so that when we are transiting them from one side to another, it wouldn't be much difficult. We have to invest. We have to take our time. We shouldn't rush. Looking at teams like Senegal and Go, they have a strategic plan. They are far gone. And it's paying for them. It's paying off for them. It's working for them. They scored Brazil. Look at what they are doing. They are even able to score Brazil. But Ghana, we can't even beat Madagascar and Go. So it all comes down to the DNA and identity, a way of play that we don't have in our nation. And it's really sad. We really have to go back and put out measures and strategies that will see all our national teams flourish, and else we will go to a tournament and get to see these kind of performances again, come back to talk about it. But then our leaders wouldn't put out measures in place, and then it's really worrying and frustrating for Ghanaians. Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about the Guinea game. In your opinion, can Ghana beat Guinea? Because personally, I think Ghana can beat Guinea. And now Ghana are under pressure. Guinea, they just need a draw to win, to qualify. So Ghana are under pressure. And do you think they can actually beat Guinea?
Well, everything is possible in football, but then it will really be a difficult game, because the Guineans will be more physical. They will be more physical as compared to the Moroccans, who will get that time to relax, the composer and string passes here and there. The Guineans will come out with full pressure. And looking at how we defend, I don't think we will be able to face that pressure unless there is some proper coaching and a way of play that would help contain the Guineans and the pressure that they will give us. Well, it's possible. We just hope our technical team gets their stuff right and then stamp their authority over the players. And there should be some leadership and organization on the field. Like, we started the game yesterday playing a 4-3-3, but then on the field, I saw something different. We were all over the place, running from here to there. We see our attackers really trying to put pressure on our opponent defenders, but then they were composed and calm on the ball, and they were beating our pressing. So we really need to
Go ahead.
we really need to work on our output. Our technical team should come out with a tactical plan that will help us beat more Guinea. Because at this stage, we don't even need to do any calculation. We just have to win. Because looking at the good difference, we can't drop.
Yes, Guinea will come into that game to get the draw. But obviously, they have a way to take it. From the 2 games I've watched the Guinea game. I watched the game against Congo today. They are not that good at the back. I think that's where Ghana can, take advantage of it because they are not cooperating very well at the back. The defenders, they make mistakes at the back sometimes. In fact, they made about 2 or 3 mistakes at the back, and Congo didn't have the luxury to make most of the mistakes they made. But I think Ghana can beat Guinea. It's just that the players should play together, know their roles. If you have to defend. If you have to make passes, make the passes. Because if you see a situation where the player will be running and will be waiting for the pass and Fatai Isako will just shoot the ball over the bar, you just be like, what are you doing?
Fatal should really redefine his role in the team.
Yes,
coaches
you understand that. You understand that he's very talented. He has a very talented level, but shoot when you are close to the box. Shoot when you know that I have an opportunity to. Not just shoot and expect and hope for the best. You almost go from his half. That's like unlucky for him, I can say. But if you keep on trying all these things, you try the first one, it doesn't work out. You try the second one, it doesn't work out. You go out of ideas because if that's the only start play, they would try to close you down whenever you get the ball. You saw that they knew that he was after the goal Maroon. They knew that if he had the ball was to shoot. They were covering the ball. They were closing him down. So he's start passing the ball, and everyone should know their role and work together as a team. If they want to beat Guinea, they have to work together as a team. If you get the ball to pass, you pass the ball. So that's what I think.
Fatal is too predictable. And remember, I made a point that our coaches they haven't stamped their authority over the team. If they had stamped their authority over the team, they would tell Fatal when to shoot, when to pass, when a player is making a run, when to lay down that pass for him. But then he keeps on trying and he becomes too predictable. So our opponents were always closing him down. Then you could see some runs from our fullbacks going waste, and which was affecting the team. So the coaches should come out with a tactical planning. Really talk to him to redefine his role, tell him where to shoot, where to pass. And he shouldn't keep on. Well, shooting is good, but then it's not always that you have to shoot. Because it's really affecting the team. It's really, really disappointing, and it's frustrating to watch him shoot countless times.
All right. So before we go, I just want to talk about the overall performance of the Black Meteors and the tournament so far. I think the first game was okay. The second game, the latter part of the game was not good after they conceded those 2 goals. Yesterday, I think the atmosphere in the stadium, it put pressure on them, and they respected Morocco. And I think the game against Guinea. Now the pressure is on Guinea, not on Ghana. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Sorry, the pressure is on Ghana, not on Guinea, because Ghana need it. The pressure is on Ghana, not Guinea, and Guinea will come to relax. I think the Black Meteors will thrive under that pressure because I guess Morocco, they were relaxed. They were thinking that the pressure will be on the home nation. You understand? They were relaxed, and the home nation will make mistakes and they will profit from it. But obviously, you saw what happened. They relaxed too much, and the home nation made them pay. So them being under pressure against Guinea will be very, very good because they know that if they don't win that game, they're out. So I'm expecting them to win.
Yeah.
What do you think about it? And what's your scoreline prediction in that game before we end the discussion?
Well, I'm hoping to see a genuine tactical plan from Coach Tangu, and I believe Ghana will get some 2 goals. We might concede a goal looking at the way we score 2-1 in favor of Ghana.
So you don't expect Galad Ibrahim. First of all, before we go, people are calling for Amisa, the Jordan Amisa goalkeeper, to replace Galad Ibrahim at the goalkeeper post. What do you think of that?
Oh, I don't think our problem is from goalkeeping.
So you don't think it's a goalkeeping?
No, it's not. No. It's a general performance from the whole team. It's right from midfield to defending. We lose concentration. We don't.
You want.
Yeah. I will still keep downloading post. I will keep downloading post.
Okay. All right. Thanks for joining. We'll be doing this more as the competition goes by and anytime Ghana plays and eventually when the Ghana Premier League starts. Thank you for joining and do have a wonderful day.
You are welcome. You have a wonderful day also. And special greetings to your viewers too.
Oh, thank you very much.
Football View, the beautiful game.